as promised in the last video, which was the guide to Epcot Food and Wine Festival, which the link is in the description if you want to go back and watch that. Today's video is going to be our top 5 rides throughout Disney World. We haven't discussed it between us. They're probably going to be the same but in a different order. But
we do like the same rides.
It might be a surprise, one or two of them.
Who knows?
Yeah, we thought we'd do this video just because if you're planning on going, you haven't been before, just hearing about some of the rides or, you know, might help you out a bit when you're picking fast passes and stuff like that. Yeah, we just thought we'd make this video. Before we move on, as always, if you just don't mind subscribing to our channel, if you like, with this type of video, we'll be doing a bit more of, obviously, as well as the proper vlogging when we go away. And we're going away very soon to Paris. That'll be the next vlog coming up. Plus New York and Orlando before the year is out. But won't go on about that loads. But yeah,
won't mention it too much.
Subscribe to our channel if you don't mind. Thanks. Okay, so we'll start this off. So 5 rides anywhere within Disney World. Like I said, we don't know what we've gone for each, so we'll just start from there. Number 5, I have gone for Toy Story Mania.
Okay, I'm surprised by that.
Reason I went for that is, well, out of all those sort of type of rides, like shooting, gallery, what's the other one? Buzz Lightyear, and Men in Black, obviously that's at Universal. But of all those, this is my favourite one. I just, with the funny shooting action and doing that. Just like the way it's all set up, and we always come out there laughing our heads off, don't we? So,
yeah, it is fun, very fun. I do like that. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so
probably would be in my top 5, to be honest.
That probably edged out Slinky Dog for me, so spoiler, that's not in the rest of my list. Even though it's on my short list, Slinky Dog was awesome. I've only been on it once, so I didn't
we need to give it
another shot, maybe go on it at night time.
100%, it looks completely different in the dark.
And you can see some of Star Wars land from it, so it's definitely worth going on for that. So yeah, that was my number 5, Toy Story Mania. What's yours?
My number 5, which might be a little bit controversial, is Flight of Passage.
Number 5?
It's number 5.
Well, I wasn't expecting that, to be fair.
I love Flight of Passage. I think it's a great ride. However, it's not the adrenaline, thrill-seeking ride that I personally like.
Okay, I can get that. Yeah, I agree. It's very cleverly done, and we do love it.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, I would do away with some of the leading up to the ride.
Yeah, we just want to get on the ride.
But obviously, we understand that's part of the way they make the queue flow. Well, if you can call it flowing for Flight of Passage, because while they're holding people to let people on, so you can't just go straight on. But that hanging around bit, watching the video you've seen a couple of times, slightly frustrating. But I love the ride. Okay.
Yeah. So number 5, Flight of Passage.
That was a surprise. Yeah. All right, my number 4, moving to Magic Kingdom, is going to be Splash Mountain.
Okay.
I've always loved Splash Mountain, probably partly because when I was younger, I used to read and get read to the Brer Rabbit stories a lot. I like the silly song that's playing when you go round, which we thought for ages. They were saying "Pretty girl, show us your bum," which is basically what we sing as we go.
It's what we sing when we go round.
So being the children that we are, as soon as we touch down in Orlando, then we can giggle doing stuff like that on the ride. I love pretty much still not knowing when the main drops come in, even though it's plainly obvious because it's when the vultures are above.
Yeah, and it's a nice long ride. I feel like even if you were waiting a long time in the queue, you would get your weight's worth out of that ride because it's got to be.
It's a good
at least 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's not
5 minutes long.
It's not one of those queue for an hour, then 20 seconds later.
And there's a few drops in there as well.
Yeah, and you can get wet on it. It's not as bad as some of the other rides elsewhere.
Well, it depends. We got drenched last time.
You can do, yeah, especially on the. It's not even on the drop so much. On the bit when you go round, when you're waiting to go back to the start, the sort of waterfall bouncing off the rocks, you can get really bad on that. And if you are going on it, luckily, it hasn't happened to me. Be careful holding phones, or if you've got a hat on. You do see a lot of stuff flying.
There's a lot of photos that show hats flying on faces.
People trying to grab their hats now. But yeah, my number 4, Splash Mountain at Magic Kingdom. I love it.
Okay. My number 4 is another mountain.
Okay.
It's Big Thunder Mountain.
Big Thunder Mountain, okay, cool.
I personally love like runaway train type rides anyway. So for me, it's one of my favourite rides.
Yeah, I do like Big Thunder Mountain as well. I mean, we always do it, don't we?
We'll try and get on it a couple of times if we can. Which you usually get a fast pass for it. Easily.
Yeah, it's not too difficult anymore, and it is on my short list. I did write Thunder Mountain at night because we did it at night time and that was
No, he's got a shortlist. No one mentioned shortlist.
No, just, I mean, ones that nearly made it.
Nearly made the list.
But yeah, I do love Thunder Mountain a lot. So that's
I like the theming. I like the Old West theme of the ride as well.
Yeah, and it's really, what's the word?
And yeah,
like
jerky.
Bouncy, jerky. Yeah, and it got some cool views from there, and it does go really fast, and it is officially the wildest ride
in the wilderness.
So that's your number 4.
That's my number 4.
My number 3 is a mountain, but not one of the mountains. It's Expedition Everest at Animal Kingdom. I think every time I go on Expedition Everest, I forget just how good it is, how fast it is. I mean, the bit where it goes backwards is not amazing. It doesn't go super fast backwards, but it's different. You don't get that very often. I like the bits where the sort of the abominable Yeti snowman appears, like the shadow and stuff. Very, very cleverly done
It's a
ride.
very good ride.
I love how fast it is. I like the actual, when you see it, when you walk through Animal Kingdom, you can see it in the distance, the way it just looks really cool. The queue for it's really interesting.
Yeah, the theming is really good around there in the queuing system.
Yeah.
You would think you was in Nepal.
Yeah. I guess not normally tricky to get a fast pass, or just to queue is normally not too bad, depending on the time of year.
Or single rider. You
Oh
can do
yeah, single rider. It's Expedition Everest will always love that ride. So that was my number 3.
My number 3 was Splash Mountain.
Hey.
Partly for the reasons that we've already said, really. I like the fact that you get your weight's worth out of the ride. It's a long ride, and there's a few drops in it, and I just feel like it's a ride for everybody. Everybody can enjoy that ride as well, you know, from little to old.
Yeah, and look, it brings back nostalgia for some people.
Yeah,
younger
it's
people.
one of the original rides that was there. So for me, when I went as a little kid, it's always going to be up there.
The animatronics are good on it, like the scenery, watching all the characters move. It's even fun standing outside on that bridge
just
walkway when you're
watching
watching people and hear
go
the scream
down.
and hear the splash. So yeah, Splash Mountain on both our lists and both.
Mine a little bit higher.
Yeah. So this is my number 2, which is, I've gone for Flight of Passage for number 2. I do really enjoy it. First time we went on it, it did literally blow me away. I came off of it. I don't know, it's hard to describe the feeling. It just felt so realistic, even though obviously it's nonsense because there's mad things flying around and you're on the back of something. But I think it was the second time we went on it, and there's, without really spoiling it if you haven't been on, there's a bit where as you're flying around, it looks like you're going to crash into a load of wildebeest type creatures who are like sort of stampeding, and I actually braced for impact.
You braced for
I
impact.
braced for impact. That's how real it is. It's real.
It is a really good ride. You know, I'm not, obviously it's in my top 5, but I think nothing beats that initial moment, like the first 30 seconds of that ride where you're like thrust into Pandora, and that's the moment where you're like, wow, that's blown my mind. But then I think the rest of it is just like a nice little flight through Pandora.
Okay, it is really cool. Very, very cleverly done. Like the technology of these type of rides.
Oh yeah,
it's
it's insane.
A bit of advice if obviously over the age of 21, being in America, and you do like a drink, if you have the opportunity to go to, what's the name of that little shack place, Pongu?
You're waffling now.
Or something.
Pongu.
Yeah, then you can get a drink from there, which I've forgotten the name of it. It's got the
Night Blossom,
and you can get rum in it as well. You don't have to have the rum, but a Night Blossom and rum, a couple of them before you go on Flight of Passage, then you really will think you're in there.
It's the iced slushy type drink that tastes like lime and raspberry all mixed and swirled in together with a shot of rum.
Yeah, it's like
rum even.
It's like a kid's drink with rum in it. Obviously, not for kids. But
anyway, we're digressing.
Anyway,
here.
yeah, it's not a boozy one today. So that was my number 2, Flight of Passage.
Okay, my number 2 is Expedition Everest.
Hey.
Because yeah, again, like with Big Thunder Mountain and those type of rides, I like the adrenaline buzz of a drop, or you know, the fastness of a ride, to feel it, really feel like you're on a ride, looking out over Disneyworld. Yeah, nothing beats that for me, to get that feeling. And I always forget how good these rides are. No matter how many times I've been on them, that it still takes me by surprise, especially Everest, like you were
100%.
saying. Like, we've always come off that and go, wow, I forgot how good that ride was.
Plus, you can see Epcot from the top of it, which is cool.
Yeah.
We always look at. Yeah, so that was your number 2, Expedition Everest, a ride we both definitely love. So
I think we should probably do number 1 together.
well, we know
we
what it's going to be. We both know it's going to be Tower of Terror.
The Tower of Terror
at Hollywood Studios, the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. I love this ride in Paris. Never got to do the California one. And Disney, if you're watching, and I know you are watching, do not ever change the one in Orlando, or we will write you the strongest worded email you've ever read in your lives.
I probably wouldn't ever go again.
It would be serious. It would be serious business if they messed with the one in.
That ride means
Hollywood,
the world to me.
The theming of it as you walk in there, the cast members outside with the uniforms on.
Yeah, the music as you're walking in the line.
Yeah, even as you come into the park. Well, once you're in Hollywood Studios, everyone says, including us, that as you walk around the corner in Magic Kingdom onto Main Street, you see the castle. That's like the big reveal. But it's similar, if not.
Yeah, walking down Hollywood
Boulevard. When you turn onto Hollywood Boulevard, and at the end of it is the Tower of Terror. The pictures you can get from there, just with the blue sky behind it, and at night.
We always get a picture there.
Yeah.
With the photo pass people. We have multiple ones of us going,
Yeah, there's probably one right here right now. But yeah, we adore that ride. It's always different every time. You don't know if you're going up first, down. You don't know the exact second you're about to drop. I mean, you can pretty much work it out, but you get when the window opens up and you can see across over the park. Like in the day, it opens up, and all of a sudden it's really bright and you can see for miles. At night, you get everything lit up. We even caught lightning bolt once. That was amazing when it opened up.
And like, again, for me, it's my number 1 because I like that adrenaline rush. And you don't know, it goes dark on there. You don't know when it's going to drop.
Yeah,
and that feeling then in your stomach when it does drop.
You do get that
That's
feeling.
That's the feeling I like. And I know most people don't like that and are scared of that. But for me, that's what gets me going.
Yeah, a lot of people do seem to be scared. You see online or some vlogs and that people literally won't go on it. But if you're feeling worried, do go on it. It's amazing.
It's 3 minutes of your life.
And you'll come off it, and I can't guarantee it because but I'm pretty confident you would come off it thinking, "Wow, that was amazing," or "Not as bad as you thought." I mean, you see little kids going on, you think, "Oh, I wonder if they're gonna be able to take it," and they absolutely love it.
They love it, yeah.
You come flying.
More the parents crying.
Yeah, especially with little kids, because you're only strapped in a bit. You come flying off your seat. It's like the gravity effect. But we could talk about that ride for hours. But number 1 by a mile. I knew it was going to be for both of us.
100%.
As soon as we go to that park, it's the first ride we do.
We have to go on it at least twice.
It's normally
if I don't get on it at least twice, then I'm a grump the whole holiday.
It's normally the last ride we do. It's got the added bonus is when you come out of there, you're near to the place that does the ice cream cookie, which is.
We've even gone back. Like we've not even planned. Like we've been in another park at the end of the holiday, and then we've just looked at each other and gone, "Shall we go back?"
Hollywood Studios, let's do
it.
But that's our favourite ride. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this short video of our top 5 rides in Disney World. We might do a few more of this type of video. Feel free to comment if you think we are wrong or any rides you think are better than our top 5.
This is only our opinion.
Well,
everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah, we're not saying these are the best 5, but I mean, if you want to comment,
you're wrong. Tower of Terror is number 1.
Yeah, if you want to comment with your favourite rides, we might do one at some point for elsewhere, like a combination of Universal and SeaWorld, our favourite rides there, etc. But for now, that'll do for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Please do subscribe to our channel for everything coming up in the future. Again, I'm only going to mention it once more now. Paris in a few days, literally about a week from now, there should be a video up.
No Disneyland though.
No, we're only going to Paris for 3 days, so no Disneyland this time. But there'll be plenty of Disney action in November. We promise you of that, including Star Wars Land. Yes. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.
Bye.